Hello, it's me. I'm California something. What's up, you guys? It's Amber, Amber's Closet, and today we're gonna do a story time. And for those of you that push the button where you can come and see me and view me on YouNow, some of you guys already kind of know the story, but I gotta tell everybody the story because it's kind of funny. And yeah, obviously you guys see from the name of the video, it's a Justin Bieber story of what happened when we were in the club a couple weeks ago, or like last week. I don't know. I never sleep, so I don't really know. I have another story that I want to tell you guys first, and it is being called an N-word for the first time in a really long time. When I was off Melrose in Hollywood, which is like the most craziest little like melting pot salad bowl and like the most random place to be called an N-word in 2016. Come on. Anyway, let me just tell you guys a story. We parked the car on the side of like Melrose Boulevard or whatever, and I was with my friend Ava Pearl, you guys know, the singer, and we were like parked on the side and we were crossing the street, like literally like a residential street, like right off the main road, and all of a sudden this car, this Prius with two dudes like come and skirt almost hit us, right? We're like, oh shit. Oh shit. But we had nowhere to go because right behind us was the car. We were gonna either get pinned between there, or we keep going in another truck that was like in the residential area speeding. We were gonna get hit either way, so we had nowhere to go. So anyways, they skirt, they stop, and we were like, dang. So as we wait for that truck to pass and we keep walking, all of a sudden this motherfucker got something to say in this car. They look like kind of like in their like mid-20s or whatever, and then one dude goes, get the fuck out of the street, cool walking across the street. I turn around, I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, not even that big of a deal. Dude, shut up. And before I can even like turn around or react or anything, all of a sudden I hear, fuck you, I couldn't even believe it. Like, I was just like, wow. Yeah. And as soon as we walked away from this, I'm already mad and I'm steaming and I'm sitting in my mind like thinking of how I can track them down and whoop their ass. The first thing Ava does is, damn, but you're so light-skinned. The first thing that popped in my mind was to sprint down the damn street and catch up to that car, reach in the window and beat that ass. But the second thought is, okay, I'm with somebody and I don't really want to like get out of control or whatever. So all I can think of right now is I know that they're gonna hit the block and come around the block because that's what they have to do on this residential street. So I walked around the corner, tried to push Ava into the nail shop so I can run down the fucking street, hit the block, and catch up to them, stop them in their street, pull each one of them out one by one and beat their ass. That's what was on my mind, and that was what my plan was. So I was trying to like creep out of the nail shop so I can just book down the street, and right away I got caught. And so I had to say what I was trying to do, and then it was like, nah, don't do that, it's not worth it. But in my mind it was like, yes it is. What blew my mind about this situation is not only is it 2016, but that it's also Hollywood where almost every single race is around here. So what are you doing saying racial slurs? Hello? Hello? But what blew my mind the most is how did you just have that trigger ready? Like, how did you just have that in your mind just ready to pop? Like, how was the N-word really on your mind right then and there so quickly that it was just so easy for you to say? Like, it was just like, pop, pop. It blows my mind because then I always sit there and wonder, do people just sit at home and be like, I feel like going out today and disturbing the peace. You know what? Better yet, I feel like saying the N-word at least 3 times today before the day's over. How is it that easy for it to just flow out of your mouth? Like, how is it that easy just to offend people that bad? Like, what? Let me tell you guys about a story when I went to the club like a week or so ago. I was in the club and it got kind of crazy, and I saw my homeboy that manages Chris Brown, and I knew that he probably was there, and I saw a bunch of other famous people, so this club was turned up. Luckily, I got to sit with my homies at the owner of the club's table, so a lot of the big name people were kind of around us. Across the table, all of a sudden I see this boy, and I was like looking, I was like, oh shit. I turned around, I told my friends, Justin Bieber's here. When Justin Bieber gets there, all the girls go psycho. They lose their goddamn mind. Like, they forget that class is a thing that we should have in this city. It's like, woo! They start just doing all extra, getting crazy, throwing drinks, pushing people, trying to get to them. It gets crazy. For those of you that follow me on Snap or saw my video from last week, you guys saw that I put a little snippet of him like giving like a cool little positive motivational speech in the club, and it was cool. But what I didn't tell you guys, and what you didn't get to see on Snapchat, is a little fight that went down. This club is like not like a hood club, a ratchet club. It was very like more upscale or whatever. I've never seen a fight like this at a club like that before. It was crazy. Between our two tables, where Justin was and our table, all of a sudden that little fight breaks out between two guys, right? But what the fuck, this fight went out of control way too fast and I wasn't ready for it. So the fight starts off with like these two dudes like getting in each other's face, like yelling at each other, and then they start pushing a little bit, and then one of them like walks away, right? And then all of a sudden he like builds up speed and shit like that, and he goes doo 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 doo, and he literally with his shoulder rhinos like this, like tackles rhinoing this whole fucking crowd of people. It was so crazy. He put himself in a bad situation because the guy that he rhinoed, he's like now down on his like stomach area, so now the guy's just like beating him, so now they're flipping each other over. But when they rhinoed the whole crowd, it rhinoed dudes, it rhinoed everybody, it rhinoed girls. Now dudes are mad that you pushed my girl down, now dudes are mad that you got me wet. It was crazy. They pushed stuff over on the table and all the bottles and everything fell and broke. I'm soaked from the waist down. So during this thing, like the bottles kept falling, so I go to pick up the bottles and I turn around for 1 second to make sure everybody's okay. When that happens, I kind of got pushed, and when I turn around, I literally, a dude falls into my fucking arms like this, and I was like, oh shit, and I like literally just rise him back up and push him back up, because he was littler than me, he wasn't that big, right? All of a sudden, I just see like this crowd full of security that finally came and started picking up everybody, swooshing everybody, and then everything just like, shroom, like a stampede just got taken out, just there were so many people jumping on everybody that the two dudes that started the fight were still fighting over here. So after the security got everybody, they just left them two over there and they're still going. Finally they realized it, come back, pick the people up, and leave. But that was from my point of view. So now, here's the story from my friend's point of view. They were like, as soon as the bottles went down, the dudes were fighting, it was crazy. We saw Justin Bieber up there looking at the fight, and he comes down and gets into the fight. In my head, I'm thinking, oh, he must feel good because he just gave a motivational little inspirational speech on the mic to the whole club. So he must feel good. He must feel like, oh, I can make anything stop. I can make everybody happy and nothing's gonna go wrong tonight. So I guess he came down from his table and literally jumped in the middle of the fight and went like this. Stop, you guys, don't fight. Like in his head, he was like, halt. I am the powerful one. Nobody will fight in here. It's gonna stop right now. We're having fun in here. Don't do that. He literally like had his hand out, I guess, and like literally was like, don't you guys, don't do this. Don't do this here. And it's so funny because nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody gave a fuck.
What happened was he got knocked the fuck over, and as soon as I turned around, I caught his ass. So the dude I caught and like literally raised up and pushed up and saved his life was Justin Bieber. So I was so weak because I was like, why was Justin Bieber's little ass down here even trying to fight in the first place? And why did I just like rise up and pick him up like it was nothing? And then he got swept up from security and just got taken away. It was hella funny because he popped back in and he went back on the table and he just started dancing like it was nothing. Well, I didn't get to save the night tonight, but we're having a good time. Still having a good time. Anyways, I had to tell you guys that story. It was so hilarious to me. But also I have some more story times coming up for you guys. If you follow me on YouNow, I did tell you about a Beyonce story, and I will put that on a story time coming up. I do also have one about a crazy cop in Houston as well. It's not really a fun story, but I'm gonna tell you guys. But anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon. Maybe with a condom challenge next week. Look out for it. Peace.